Sewell here, Engearment.com podcast. It's been a few weeks since I've done a recap episode, or heck, almost a month since I've done a whole podcast episode. So this is going to be a lot to cover, and I'll do my best to do it in an efficient and entertaining way. So it is the end of July here in 2021, and in a few weeks we have Outdoor Retailer. Thank goodness, it's been 2 years, over 2 years since Outdoor Retailer has been in person. And I and my team are looking so forward to it, as are all the PR contacts and all the companies. They'll be here in Denver as a 3-day event. Actually, I think they push it out to a few more additional days to try and accommodate. There are other competing retail shows, outdoor gear shows going on as well, and we are going to be attending those. And a lot of the big companies won't actually be at Outdoor Retailer like North Face and Patagonia. So for that, we have some riders and camera crews going to meet with them to do special interviews as well. So we will have you covered video and audio wise, as well as written, however you want to consume the content. Do our best to interview the people, see the gear, and get you in the loop of what's coming out. So why hasn't there been an Engearment podcast? It's been weeks. Well, we've been busy. A lot of stuff is going on. A lot of good stuff. Got my cheat sheet right here. Hopefully I don't miss anything. This is only 1/3 of what we're really working on right now. So things to look forward to. Kate Agathan is getting all the team and their dogs lined up for a dog day gift guide. And that'll be the first week of August, which will be like in 2 weeks. I guess around the same time as Outdoor Retailer. So a lot to look forward to in August. So what we're doing is we're putting together gift ideas for dogs. So I have 2 dogs, Riley and Chloe. You probably see them all over my Instagram feed and a lot of the Engearment videos. And they like gear too. Kate has Utah. James has Wendy. Wendy has her own Instagram page. Will Rickards has Baggins. We have a lot of dogs in the Engearment tribe. So to support those dogs, we're putting together a dog day gift guide. So I look forward to that. We have a lot of stuff we're testing. Actually, our dogs are really testing it. So Kate also has quite a few write-ups on a lot of road and mountain biking clothing from Pearl Izumi and Kitspo. And Kitspo recently started making their shorts again, I think in North Carolina. So made in America biking shorts, really cool. And then my man Andrew Piotrowski out there in the East Coast. Man, he's crushing it. I think, if I get this right, I have 5 write-ups and 5 videos from him since I talked to you guys last. So let's go over his real quick. As of today, we'll have the Hoka Zinal. That is their really lightweight trail running shoe. He has a video and write-up on that. I have the Hoka Clifton 8 video up yesterday. That is a very comfortable update to the Clifton series of shoes from Hoka. Then the USWE, USWE Hijacker backpack. He used that on trail runs. Really interesting European company right there. And then Nathan Backpacks did a ultra race, like with support crew, to use this for food and supplies. And then the Zero Genesis shoes, all from Andrew Piotrowski. Great write-ups, great videos. He's just doing awesome exploring the running, paddleboarding, kayaking, all the stuff he's doing out there is just amazing, and I appreciate his content. And benefit a lot of you on YouTube, I know that, and a lot of it on the website. A lot of good questions, and we'll do our best to follow up with you and them and find out how to best hook you up with that gear that you want. All right, more reviews. Oh, this is going to be a long list, a good list. Great companies. Recently just finished up, what was today? Oh, Kuhl. We did a lot of work with Kuhl. So Kuhl, I love Kuhl clothes. I'm wearing a Kuhl shirt right now. Got the review up on this as well. There will be a Kuhl VIRUOSO shirt, which is my new favorite shirt. That'll be up next week, probably Monday or Tuesday. And it's actually the same as this, the visual kind of look to it. Then it has panels right here for backpacks, which is really nice. So look forward to that. Then we have the Vask Breeze LTNTX. So my previous favorite shoe was the Breeze GTX version of the lightweight shoe. This is the same idea, same build, same aesthetics. It just has a nature text, waterproof, breathable membrane, $10 less, 1 ounce heavier. Pretty cool stuff. The KANE Revive Sugarcane Active Recovery Shoe. This one was kind of complicated to get my head around, but I love this shoe. It was on Kickstarter. They sent over a pair for us to test. They are unisex, and so Nicole Doty, adventurous mother she is, tested out the first pair. She loved them. They sent over a pair for myself to try out, and I've been enjoying them. They look kind of like Crocs, but they're better. They're made for active people, better traction, better arch support, and they're made from sugarcane. Pretty awesome. The Kuhl Mutiny River Short. This might be my favorite summertime short. It's got more surface area, so it dries quicker. I use these for kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, playing in the creek with my dogs. Probably 60 days of use since they sent them over back in early May. So it's quite a bit of use, and reviews up in the video as well. Really big fan of those. The KUIU training tech shorts. We did a KUIU review with their Merino base layer, as well as the Tiburon pant. I actually have my Tiburon's packed, so I'm going going camping on the Alpine about 2 hours, and it is raining up there, which I like, less people. So it's nice to have weather-resistant gear like the KUIU Tiburon pants. But the Tiburon training shorts are my preferred training shorts. In fact, I'm going to go plop them on, put on my shorts, put on some metal, and use those kettlebells behind me to do a quick session before heading up to go camp. Bajio Caldra sunglasses. These came in, new company, a lot like Costa Del Mar. In fact, I think it's like the vice president of marketing, who owns, or former vice president of marketing for Costa, owns Bajio. Super high-end optics, glass lenses, of course, polarized. Really good looking shades. Got a review up on those. And then Brewmate. Either you know who Brewmate is or you don't. And my wife's feed, Brewmate is everywhere. I had not heard of them. They reached out to work together on covering. What I really wanted to cover was the back tap, which I have a review up in the video. Basically, it's a 3-gallon bucket that's insulated with a stainless steel cylinder that can be removed so you can clean it. And their advertising is all about carrying beer and White Claws and wine. And they pitched me like, okay, you can wear as a backpack full of 3 gallons of beer. And as much as I love beer, I don't backpack with 3 gallons of beer. That just doesn't sound like a good idea. But I will carry water. So I did use it to carry a lot of water for 2-day camping trips for my wife, my dogs, myself, and our friends that were camping with us. In fact, we had our Engearment summer solstice / my wife's and I wedding anniversary, June 21st. We always do a 2-day camping trip with friends and family. And this was our water supply for that trip. Worked really well. Got a review up on that. This is a fun one. Chili Sleep. So Chili Cube, Chili Blanket, Uller. I've been working with them for about a year now. I've always been curious about them. My friend Eric Frohart and Dr. Craig Marker turned me on to their technology, and then reached out to them to do an interview with their co-founder, Tara Youngblood. Fascinating podcast episode about the science of sleep, tips and tricks you can do at home without buying a Chili sleep pad system to improve your sleep quality. And it's a fascinating episode. And bottom line is, I've been using the Uller, which is the higher end of the 2 Chili sleep systems, because you can do Bluetooth connectivity, you can do different times to do different temperatures, you can have it wake you up by getting warmer. All this is covered in the video review. And also the Chili Blanket, which is a 15-pound weighted blanket with the same tubes going through it that help keep you cool. Reminder to breathe, always breathe. All right, up next is the Covalent Hancock Air Carbon Sunglasses. What in the heck did I just say? So this company reached out, and they actually invented a new material. This is going to be hard to explain, but I'll do my best to do it without getting weird. So basically, they take methane and carbon dioxide, capture it using some kind of microbiome or something in an aquarium or some kind of water system, captures those greenhouse gases, turns it into a carbon-based plastic, and then produces things out of them. In this case, sunglasses. Not just sunglasses that are made out of recycled product, but actually good optics. Glass, mineral glass lenses, like the same kind of quality you get in a Costa Del Mar, or even the Bajio sunglasses I just mentioned. Really cool stuff. And plus it's carbon negative, which is really sweet. All right, Decathlon KUIU MH500 camp table. It's a camp table. It's $50. It's small. It's very convenient. Looks good. And yeah, Decathlon again. We've been working with Decathlon for 2 or 3 years now. They're basically like a Costco of France, but for outdoor gear. In fact, our spin bike right there is a Decathlon. Wheel Workers and Kai Workers have done a lot of work with Decathlon. Very budget friendly, especially if you're a family looking to outfit your kiddos and spouse with gear to get outside, as well as not just clothing and fitness stuff and camp stuff. They have our favorite inflatable kayak, 2-person kayak called the Idiwit. It's a horrible name in American, but sounds like idiot, but it's Idiwit. And long story longer, we just used it 2 weeks ago. Loved it. There are a couple of sauce used it. They went out and purchased one too. They're super stoked. So for like $300 for a 2-person inflatable kayak, it's legit. And of course, we have a video review on that 2-person kayak. I'm gonna have a lot of links to put in this podcast. My goodness, create more work for myself. Speaking of podcasts, we had on 2 of my new favorite friends here, Chris Abbott and Mike Kurkowski. They host the Breakthrough Secrets podcast. It's easily my favorite podcast because whenever we have a person like a Dan John, Brett Jones, Sven Rieger, any of my strong first mentors and colleagues, Breakthrough Secrets podcast has like 20 times more of them. So if you like those interviews that I'm so fortunate to get to have with the Iron Tamer, Dave Whitley, and the Pat Flynn's and so forth, you should check out their podcast because they every weekday, that's 4 or 5 days a week, they're putting together podcasts with this level of fitness professionals. And I was very fortunate to be one of the guests last week. So next Thursday, there will be my interview out there. Hopefully it's of value to other people. And I kind of touched on it back in May when I did my why episode of how Engearment was started with my friend Dave and myself, how I started Caldwell Personal Fitness, why I started it, losing my brother to heart attack, losing my sister to brain cancer, losing my mother and father to pancreatic cancer, what I learned through those processes of being a caretaker and through hospice, through grief, integrating the grief into my life, using it as motivation and passion to serve you guys in a great way, hopefully. That's my plan. So, back to Will and Kai. They have been so busy. They were up at Mount Shasta, Mount Shuksan, Baker, all the Pacific Northwest about a month ago. And they were cranking out reviews and videos. They had the Outdoor Master Pro goggles, as well as the Gregory Targhee FT45 Ultra Fast backpack. I was going to test that up. I'm a split water. It did not work out well for me as a split water, but as a skier, it has the fastest system I've ever seen for backcountry skiing transitions. Really cool stuff. Oh, this is a fun one. So Jaybird sent over their newest Vista, the Vista 2. And I don't use headphones very often. I'm using them right now for the podcast, but other than that, I might use my AirPod Pro and my UAG case right here. I use these maybe 10 minutes a month, but I used them for several days in a row to get used to sound acoustics, the microphones, and try and understand how people use them for Zoom or for Google Hangouts or Duos or whatever communication you're using, video and audio wise. And then so Jaybird sent over the Vista 2, and they sound like crap out of the box. Easily tweak the EQ. They sound fantastic. So I did a comparison between the Apple AirPods Pro and the Jaybird Vista 2 because they're about the same price point, around $200 to $230, give or take. Super high end, in my opinion, super high end. And so I wanted to do a comparison. You can determine from the sound quality. I do like an A/B comparison and even a C, A, B, and C comparison. So you can hear and hopefully tell the difference and pick which one's best for you. Last review to catch you up on, I think. Yes, Bolle Score sunglasses with the Volt Plus technology. Now, Volt Plus is their version of like Smith's Chroma Pop. And if you know Chroma Pop, you're probably a really big fan. Like, colors just pop. But the Volt Plus is like 3 times better than Chroma Pop. That's saying quite a bit. So they're great optics. They're plastic lenses, which is great. And I'm going to tell you why. I love the optics of glass lenses. I always will. I had a situation, this is user error on my part. It's not a negative on their company. A very high-end pair of sunglasses. I dropped them as I was cleaning them. They hit a rock, and it shattered across the lens. Now that sucks, and that's on me. It's not because the sunglasses were subpar. But if I'm going to go into the wild for activities, I'm going to want to go with a plastic lens for that very reason. I don't want it to shatter. I don't mind if it gets a little scratch, but I don't want it to shatter, especially if they're on my face. I don't want it to shatter. So My Bolle Score sunglasses have been my go-to active sunglasses the last 2 months. Whether I'm biking around on the mountain bike, and I'm not very good at that, or hiking around or just outside, I don't want to take any chances of glass breaking. Plus, plastic is cheaper than glass. So, it might not be as long lasting as a glass, it might not be as clear optics, but I don't like things breaking. I like to find workarounds. So those are my opinions. Those are some of the opinions from our Engearment riders. Hopefully this recap, I got done in 15 minutes. Fantastic. And I think I covered all the write-ups. Outdoor Retailer, by the time I talk to you next, I'll probably be in the middle of Outdoor Retailer. Might even do a live episode from Outdoor Retailer. That'd be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? And then about the same time, we'll have our Dog Day gift guide. Yeah, Dog Day gift guide. I'll find a better word for that. But lots to look forward to. Hopefully this recap caught you up to speed on some cool stuff from some cool companies. And I'm going to go put on my KUIU training shorts, train with those kettlebells, jump in the pool to take a hippie bath, and then grab my dogs and go right into the middle of a thunderstorm and camp, because that sounds like a great idea. Hope you found this helpful and insightful. My name is Sean Sewell, owner and director of Stoked for Engearment.com. Until next time, take care.